Well, what's up? I'm Matt Vincent, and we are here, Bear Performance Nutrition with Nick Bear. One of my favorite things we've been able to get to do with you guys is show you kind of private gyms that not everyone has access to, but like what Nick is using to chase performance. And right now, Ironman prep, marathon prep.
Yep, endurance primarily. So it's like, it's transitioned from strength training and bodybuilding over the years to now full-on endurance. So like this gym right here at 4:30 p.m. every day is typically bumping with like the BPN team.
Yeah.
Works over at 4:30. You'll see like people running loops around the warehouse, which is a nice 800-meter loop. Metcons going on, like workouts going on. You have people deadlifting. Like this gym is just packed and it's bumping.
I love it.
And this gym is only going to be our gym here for probably another like 9 weeks.
Oh man!
Until it moves to the new spot. So like we're completely rebuilding the gym.
I think you're more in the business of just building small gyms that have to be moved to another location.
It seems that I like moving heavy shit to different spots. Moving a gym is probably the biggest pain in the ass ever.
It's the least fun thing ever.
So like we're moving the gym in a few weeks, but this is what we got right now. So I'll walk you through it.
That's it.
A piece that I always wanted, turf. And this is like one of those things, it's like the new gym, we have this custom turf coming in. This is one of those pieces of like, screw it, we need turf, get it out here and roll it. So like this is where a lot of the team will do Metcons at. I'm already starting to stash like new equipment for the new space. Like I'm building this next gym as my dream gym, but we've slowly added and modified the gym as we went. And because I've moved gyms so many times, I've bought and sold and bought again, same pieces of equipment. So I've kind of gathered this equipment as we've gone. So turf over here, a lot of people do Metcons. We have the Rogue rig and then Rogue squat rack.
Dude, why does turf immediately make you feel more athletic?
Doesn't it?
Immediately.
It's like you just like,
you're like, oh yeah, I can
no one really ever
move
does
around a little bit more.
No one does too much stuff here, but you see like people doing agility drills here and stuff.
People don't need to be doing agility drills, but yeah, it feels right.
So the new piece we're getting is like 4 times its size, but we've gone with like a few brands here. We've done Rogue, Intech, Legend Fitness, Elite FTS, and then for the new gym we're using mainly Rogue and Arsenal Strength.
Right on.
And the floor is done by Play.
Yeah, so that's who's doing the floor for my spot at Dope.
They do a really good job. Yeah, really good job. So over here, like I like it because we have this cage back here, so you kind of feel like
it's a designated space.
It is like there's just like a really good energy in here when the music's bumping, especially at night. So like we set it up where kind of free weight stuff back here, dips. We have enough free weight plates for probably like a small army for the amount of people that train in this gym.
Especially there's got to be gold right now if you wanted to sell steel plates.
Dude. I might as well kill these things in gold. You know, standard bench press. I love these Elite FTS bench presses, competition bench presses.
This is by far the only bench that I've ever been in. And it's not just the Elite FTS, but like Forza made them for a long time. Like that's what I grew up powerlifting on whenever I was competing, is this style bench press. Like the ones that have the little cage around them, I can't get my feet where I'd want them or any of this. And like these always had super solid feel. They don't move. They're the right height.
Yeah. I love that bench. I just built my home gym out with a lot of rep fitness stuff, but the one thing I don't have is like a bench. I absolutely love that bench. Like I said, a lot of legend stuff. For me, like personally, GHG is probably one of my favorite pieces of equipment.
Right on.
I absolutely love GHG. Like if I have one quick core workout to do, hanging leg raises and like GHG sit-ups, that's my
gets the job done.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, especially if you're trying to be efficient, like you get full stretch, you get full range of motion. Yeah, they're great tools.
Yeah, I absolutely love it.
They just never get used as a glute ham raise anymore.
Oh, no.
Because they're hard.
Yeah. You know, a few cardio pieces of equipment, assault bike of death, Echo bike.
Do you have a preference between the two?
We actually just got the Echo bike in.
I still like the assault bike more.
I haven't used the Echo much. I actually haven't used a lot of these pieces of equipment since like
well, you're training for
Ironman
a specific
prep
thing,
yeah, especially marathon prep right now. But when we get back in like team and group Metcons, these things get pulled out a whole lot.
Yep.
One of our athletes, actually one of our employees now, Adam Klink, he puts like when he comes down here and travels, he'll put me through a Metcon. Really like fit dude. He just absolutely destroys me. Destroys me.
Yeah, I've made pretty decent friends with like Josh Bridges, and so I try to keep things in line.
The engine of these people is
Jesus,
just like,
dude.
That's what it is. It's his engine.
They can just go.
So like we've slowly collected equipment over the years. Like I said, like one of those things that I always wanted when I was building a gym was like all hammer strength.
Yeah.
And I don't know if hammer strength is like.
Yeah, they're still kicking ass.
They are, but
yeah.
like you see these new players come out like Arsenal strength. I know a lot of people are decking their stuff out like that.
Well, and I think Arsenal starts like really gaining a lot of momentum in different places, whereas like hammer strength to me is always, it's like the equivalent of power lift.
Yeah.
Like with gym equipment, that they had all of their stuff in every Golds on the planet for years. Like what a different market that is than like who Arsenal's trying to be.
True.
And plus, that role's already filled.
Yeah. Yeah, they've done a good, I think Arsenal, like that's who we ordered all of our new equipment from.
It's beautiful.
They've done a great job at like making it look, I mean it is, but when I see Arsenal I'm thinking like durable, like rugged.
Yeah. And I think because of, you know, with the influx of CrossFit and, you know, 3x3 racks and stuff like that from Sorenex or anyone else, that you've seen that transfer into everyone's stuff, that everything has this more beefy, robust feel to it.
Yeah.
There's a handful of Arsenal pieces I love. Their power squat is a unit I love. And for me, because so it's just like a hack squat, but it's got an elevated platform and you sit into it, and it's got a back pad that runs all the way down. And so like you can really sit back. And for me, with my knee and hip, like I only get so much range of motion, and I can actually put weight on the bar and squat there. Whereas with a bar, I can't much anymore.
Yeah. The one piece I did want to get, pendulum squat.
They take up a huge footprint.
Dude, that's why I couldn't get it.
Right.
Takes up too much fucking space.
Yeah.
This has always been like, you know, before I got into endurance training, you probably know like I love deadlifting.
Oh yeah.
Deadlifting was like my one lift that I always loved doing.
And you had a big pull.
700.
Yeah, you've pulled as much as I have.
That's my proud
That's
pull.
fucking real pull, man.
That was pulled on the day I opened the gym.
Yeah.
So like, I remember working up all this energy. I probably killed like 8 donuts before, 4 monsters. Like I was just hyped, ready to go. Pulled 700 with the Texas deadlift bar.
Yeah.
But the deadlift was like one of those things that, and it will again when I'm getting back into that training, it was that one movement that just felt like every piece of it clicked right.
You're right.
You know what I mean? You know when you had like that one movement where
the
setup is right, like sumo.
Yeah, mine I had that with shirted bench.
Okay.
Like for whatever, like my standard bench raw at that time was probably 4 1/4, and I did 7 in a shirt. So like I'm getting every ounce out of that shirt as I possibly could, and like it always just felt right. It just felt, as long as I dumped in, the shirt did it.
Yeah, it just feels like fluid. You know, when we started building the gym, 2017, the company wasn't where it was at now, so like,
of course,
I had to be super resourceful.
Yeah.
But the one thing like I did want to splurge on was the cable machine. Like the cable machine, that it felt right. So I would go to all these different gyms and try like their cables or their machines and see what, like, certain things just feel good and some don't.
Dude, and for whatever reason, there's not always a rhyme or reason to why a thing feels good. Some of them just have magic.
And it just flows. Yep. And that's like, this is Legend. We added an extra 50 pounds to each stack. But like the Legend, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 station setup. This is the one piece that we will carry with us.
Yeah, you'll never replace it.
I'll never get rid of this one.
They're also a real pain in the ass to deal with.
Dude,
and move.
Moving this thing,
so stupid.
I remember putting this thing together. It was me, Preston, and Joe, and we pull this whole stack. This stack has probably 1,000 pounds on it.
Yeah. So
we're dragging it, and we have one person on each side picking this up and holding it, shaking, and the other person's down there trying to put the pins.
Oh, it's so sketchy.
In the hole. Dude, like, can you?
Oh yeah, you're trying to lose a bunch of fingers. This is great use of our time.
I don't know how we have all of our fingers still. And then obviously like the dumbbells need some work. We ordered all new dumbbells.
Oh, nice.
Like the customized ones.
Yeah.
And you can see like these have been put through hell too. Like
good. They're supposed to.
50s are obviously like the highest.
The highest.
Dumbbell. Yeah. The 100s are falling apart.
The 150s are doing just fine over there.
Those used to be touched on a regular basis. Like
single arm snatch.
Me and Preston, when we first started like training super hard after I got into the Army, it'd be like 130s, 150s.
Yeah.
Oh, like chest pressing. If we could build the biggest arms and the biggest chest.
Dude, I'll be honest with you, I've never liked doing dumbbell bench because I hate the effort it takes to get them to where I want to use them.
It is, but for some reason
I'm so fucking just inherently lazy between.
It just felt always so smooth for me.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the value in it. It's just the slight laziness in my brain. I was like, I don't want to carry those over there.
We get the weight up first.
Yeah, I fucking hate it.
There's some more plate loaded machines, but.
Oh, you have one of these?
Here's some, I figured you would like this.
Okay, so I've been eyeballing one of these things.
So we are building a kicker room in the next gen. So we'll have 4 Wahoo Kickers connected to their own individual Zwift accounts. So like 5 people will be able to ride because this will be a station on itself. So this is the Wahoo Kicker bike, which is going to be nice because some of the guys that train here, they want to do Zwift, like they want to do rides, but they don't own a bike. So you can essentially customize
it's
this.
also worth the same as a really nice road bike.
It is, yeah. So you can adjust this based off of your own individual settings, connect straight into Zwift. And if they don't have like clip-in shoes, they can do like...
Yeah, you can throw flats.
We can throw like regular pedals on there and stuff.
Have you used it much?
I haven't used it yet.
Okay.
No one's touched this yet. But like,
so it's just got cassette and everything is all in, and then it's the Di2 shift? Except for it's plugged in, so you don't need a battery.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all plugged in.
And then it adjusts on angle depending on incline and decline based on
if you get
the ride.
I think you have to get the other piece that like sits up front on it.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know that there was like a different level.
Yeah, I think there's like a base thing you put on it that changes the elevation, but that might do it back there. I literally...
No, I think, no. It'll change elevation.
Does it?
Yeah. Because that's where, like this arm here, because it'll tilt. This is the arm, and that pulls in and pulls out, and that'll sink the ass end or push the nose.
Yeah, so I got my Cervelo P5 from a company in Waco, and they're like, hey, do you want to do a bulk order? Because I told them about the kicker room I'm building. So they gave us a discount for the kickers, plus the kicker bike.
You haven't got Wahoo to get on board with what you're doing?
No.
Try to tag them and stuff, and they just don't give a shit?
I'll tag them like once the kicker room's open, but this is like one of the pieces that like one of the guys wants to do a triathlon.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a bike yet. It's like, man, like if we can get everyone riding and doing some sort of cardio over there. And my goal eventually is to build out this space where high performing athletes are invited to come train here and like knock out their training. They have everything they need here, recovery, training, nutrition. Never open up to the public, but invite people in.
Totally understand. This is,
you know?
Make it a destination for these people.
Yeah.
You know, that, like me, who's been fortunate enough, man, to get to train at so many rad private gyms. And that's like one of the reasons I like this series of videos is like, not everyone gets to come train here.
Yeah.
But people want to see all of it, which may not get done on your channel.
Yeah.
And so like this, or like what Andy has built at First Form's headquarters, or what Rob and Dana's private gym looks like, and just like all the cars and shit that are in their warehouse. And like, I love it. I love seeing, this is what I've described as like, show me your spaceship.
I'm all about like gym space for me. I mean, I could live in a gym.
Yeah.
You know, there's a certain environment and atmosphere in a gym that I look for. I want clean and aesthetic, but I also want like the grungy concrete walls.
Right.
You know, I want pieces of like grunge and dark and the high overlay ceiling that cast shadows, but I want it to look clean and aesthetic. And when we first opened, when we started building this space, that was always the goal. Like, we want this hardcore raw gym, but that's like not dirty like those typical raw gyms.
Dude, once I get dope up and kind of get into the spring, I'll get you out over there. I've got an extra gravel bike. We can go cut a ride.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It'd be super fun. The gravel thing's fun, man.
I've heard a lot of people talking about it.
There's no cars, which is super sick.
Yeah.
And then like you're essentially just out on fire roads. And so like we'll do a national forest or something like that and cruise, and becomes a little bit more fun than just being on the road. And so it feels more adventure-y.
Yeah, I want to build my bike portfolio.
Yeah.
I want to get some different bikes. I want a road bike. I want the tri bike, but I want a mountain bike. You know, I want to be like
my mountain bike's a rocket.
Who makes it?
Specialized.
Okay.
I got a S-Works Epic Evo, so it's a little bit longer travel cross country bike. But I mean, it's all carbon everything. It's so much more bike than I'll ever max out.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah, that's like one of the next. I want to get a mountain bike for me and Steph, so we can like travel and do stuff.
Yeah.
But building the bike arsenal is it's on the list of things to do.
Niner makes a good bike.
Okay.
I know some friends there I can probably put you in touch with.
That'd be cool.
Yep.
I appreciate that. Essentially, 90% of the stuff in this gym is about to get sold. I'm keeping the Rogue stuff. I'm keeping the cables, and that's about it.
Nice.
And like everything else we're selling, everything else is gonna be brand new. Red, black base, black turf.
So all this type of.
Yeah, everything will be the Go One More brand.
What red are you calling that? 'Cause it's like a brick.
I have like the hex code.
Yeah.
But I don't know what we call it. When we did the whole rebrand, it was almost like it's typically lighter than that. It's almost like an orangish red. And we have 2 shades of red in our brand Bible. That's a darker one, but usually the one we use is like the light, like this.
Okay.
Like this is usually the red that we use for all our branding stuff. But everything's gonna be like red, black, gray, hints of white.
Yeah.
In this spot. And then this is like a tan that we use occasionally.
Yeah, like cream.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different than white.
It is.
I understand.
It is a little bit different.
Believe me, I understand.
But this is the spot, man. Like, this is one of those spaces that I'm super proud of, like, that we built. Not because of what's in it, but for like the energy that's created.
Yeah, no, man. But look, it's one of those weird intangibles that like you can't always make sense of on the bottom line.
Yeah.
But explain to someone like, no, it matters.
But that's the thing, like in the podcast you're talking about, you know, people look at decisions you're making as a business owner and they look at the numbers and like, I'm not able to justify space or the amount of money I spend on the equipment.
Because it doesn't directly make money.
It doesn't.
But it does.
It builds the culture, builds the environment. It's like this space next door, I signed a lease for a space, and like most people this will blow their mind. Like I signed a lease for 4,500 square feet that I'm putting a gym in that's not open to the public, that won't make any money, but it's for the people here.
Right.
You know, and that's like, it's one of the perks of being here. It's one of the perks of.
But you're investing back in the people who give a shit about your business.
Yeah, I mean, they're spending their time, they're putting their passion behind us.
Why not make it radder to work here?
Exactly. From a numbers perspective, it doesn't always have to make sense.
Nope.
It has to make sense to you.
Treadmills. We'll get into this, but do you have a preferred treadmill at this point?
This is the Nordic Track commercial series.
Yeah.
X22i, which it's a great treadmill. It serves its purpose. The treadmill that I want to get for the next one is a Woodway treadmill.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Is it powered or is it
powered one?
Okay.
Yeah, it's powered one. So I do want to get some assault.
I've got a True Form. And
do you like the True Form?
Great. I like it too because I got turf tread on it, so you could run barefoot if you want to, but also like you don't ever slip. It's not ever, and it's a little bit of cushion.
Yeah.
I'll take that extra 1/4 inch of cushion with my shit knee and stuff like that. So any help I can get, the better.
Yeah, we're gonna get some of the self-propelled ones.
Yep.
Like True Forms, but I also want to get Woodway treadmills. They have a wider base, and it's just like
they're so nice.
I mean, you pay for it.
Oh,
it is
absolutely.
It is a piece of equipment, but this is serve the purpose. Like I've done plenty of workouts in here. We typically have 2 treadmills, but one's getting worked on right now.
Yeah.
I'll do some easy runs in here. I'll do some like interval workouts, but I'm gonna run outside 95% of the time.
Right. Well, you live in Texas.
Yeah. This is more so like you're warming up, you're getting ready for a workout, or it's like absolutely shitting outside and you can't run.
See, for me, like one of the things now that I'm trying to do more cardio and running, the treadmill for me is really nice because I can set a pace.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, we're gonna move at 4 miles an hour or 5 miles an hour, and like I won't fuck up that pace. Whereas me on the True Form, I'm so all over the place trying to still figure out running that I just can't hold a decent pace. And so I think the treadmill could be a valuable tool for me for a while.
No, absolutely. I think pacing is one of those things that is like make or break, especially if you're not looking at your watch the whole time. Where I messed up my last marathon the most was I went into it thinking, all right, I'm gonna run a 6:50 minute per mile pace. 6:50 is right on track for like sub 3. And then right before it started, I got in my head, I said, fuck it, I'm gonna run a 6:20 pace as long as possible, and then I'll pull back to 6:50.
And you'll have so much room to back off that you'll be able to recover.
So I'm 6 miles, I just got so emotional about it. And it's a hilly course, Austin hilly course. I hit mile 6 at 6:20 pace, and I was like in my head, nope, not happening. So mile 6, is where I knew I wasn't doing sub 3, and I dropped back to like 7:30 pace. You know, it's like pacing's everything because like we talked about with Ford,
it's a long
Ferrari,
term, man. You can't just sprint.
It's just RPM, and if you cross that red line and you hold that too long,
you don't get to come back.
Nope, you're done.
No, there's a point where like, oh, you burned it. You can't recover anymore.
Yeah, that's what I did the last Austin Marathon.
Hell yeah.
I burned it hard.
Let's go see the developments of the private spot.
Yeah. There's really not much in here yet.
That's all right.
But
I'll come back when it's set up.
Kind of give you an idea. So this will kind of just be like walk-in, floating shelves here with product. This whole wall is going to be black. Go one more. That fills the whole wall.
Yeah.
Black with our Hero logo right here. This is going to be the podcast room.
Oh, nice.
So this will all be painted black. We'll have like blackout shades on the windows.
By the way, that's the thing in the studio or the conference room. Those shades are sick.
Blackout shades that like electric.
Oh yeah, not only that, but like in the groove, so like they really black the room out.
Yeah, those are clutch. And this is gonna be the R&D lab. So essentially, like right now, for example, if we want to get samples of new products, we'll talk to our manufacturer who's in Dallas. They'll create samples. They'll send them to us. We'll make changes. They'll send us new ones. Now we're doing it. We're building a lab in here where we're working with ingredient suppliers to have every ingredient we ever need. And if we need a new one, we'll source it. We'll mix up a base here, test it, then send it to our manufacturer to refine. And just cuts down on the process.
Of course, right? Like, and it's crazy to think that that's where you have to start thinking of stuff. Like, where do I get rid of 2 weeks?
Yep. So that's gonna be game changing for us. This is where the kicker room is gonna be. So this is gonna be like black leather couches kind of here.
Yep.
There's gonna be this electrical bar that comes out here, and essentially you can plug right in.
Yeah.
So 5 TVs mounted on this wall, and then just kickers lined up right here. So you're riding right here.
I dig it.
Yeah. So then, like, if you're not riding, like,
you can chill.
If you do like a 24-hour ride, you're chilling here while like someone's up here riding.
Highly recommend the big giant bean bags.
I've seen you have.
They're fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Now, the big ones from Lovesac are like $1,500. I'm not saying they're not worth it. They are. But you can buy a cheaper, shittier bean bag for like $200, and then put it in the nice Lovesac case, which is like $500, and they're just as nice.
It's a good call.
You save like $600.
Yeah.
Gotcha, Lovesac.
We're thinking like lounge, kicker, pong table will stay here. This is the podcast table.
Yeah.
I recently found this really cool furniture site called Article. That's where I get everything from.
All right.
Article is like super high quality stuff. And this is the gym. We're getting a shower installed finally, which is a big move for us.
Oh man.
So here's our shower. Shower will be right here. And then turf comes to about here. This is all black turf by Play. This will all be painted black with the last 10 feet being red up top. And then all of this will be plate loaded Arsenal stuff with dumbbells right up front here. And then over here will be like all functional rig, rack, medicine balls, kettlebells, rower, cardio, all this kind of stuff. And what's nice too for like filming is in the old HQ, we had light sources coming from the back, the front, and up top.
Yep.
Now we only have light sources from up top and this way, so like it doesn't blow everything out.
Right.
So it's gonna be great for content.
Oh man, how nice, right?
Then we have these 2 bay doors we can throw open.
Yeah, and get outside. Are they to a loading dock or are they to the ground?
It's a loading dock, but what I'm thinking about doing is putting like a mezzanine out there and putting another rig out in the mezzanine.
Yeah, outdoor gym's sick.
Yeah. So that's like what I'm thinking. This whole space is HVAC, so we'll have AC.
So it's things that when I was younger, I was like, fuck all that. And now I'm like, it's nice being climate control.
Dude, yeah.
I trained in a garage for 10 fucking years in Louisiana. This is lovely.
Yeah, training when it's like 110, you're just dripping everywhere. So in like 2 weeks, everything gets painted. A week after that, floor gets laid. And then probably 3 weeks after that, all the equipment comes in.
Yeah, so like I had floor getting delivered today, and then like equipment's like a few weeks out.
Yeah, like timing everything up is like.
Oh yeah, I'm very, very excited, but at the same point, like.
Itching for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very ready, man.
I'm so ready for this. But the shower is honestly probably like what I'm most excited about, because I live like 20 minutes from here.
Oh, so you don't have to drive home gross.
So I'll like this morning, I ran 10 miles downtown Austin. And right from that, I came here, which I'm fine doing, but just being able to shower, like, I won't shower till 10 p.m. tonight.
No, gross.
And I live gross. So
I'm just swampy as fuck, man.
I'm always covered in shit, man. Always. But this is the spot. I think it's like perfect size for a private.
I think it is for right now.
Yeah, for right now.
Yeah, until you come to St. Louis, we'll go. We'll definitely go and meet Andy at First Form. You need to see that building.
Pretty insane.
They built into 240,000 square feet and are trying to get another building.
Damn.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
And like, dude, it's one of those things that like, and I know you look at it the same way as me, it's just like, oh, it's possible.
Yeah.
Like someone did that from nothing.
No, but this space I'm pretty psyched about. It'll serve.
Should be, man. This is so exciting. And it's growth and it's progress, and then it's like there's so many years with it that you're kind of just holding on. Mm-hmm. And then when things start to click, then you can really like making this invest back into something you're super pumped on grows the business.
Yeah.
But you just couldn't before. It's like, you know, this is a good idea, but we can't afford it. The money needs to go to this thing.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very, very exciting.
And you get to the point where it's, what do we spend money on? So we're not giving this back.
Right.
Yeah.
There's it. That's the tour. Thank you guys for watching. Nick Bear. Check out his channel. Spread hate. Always party.